All right, I'm going to make a response here again to U2 Hubbard, who's like posts all these comments and sends me messages. U2 Hubbard, why don't you do me a favor and not send me the private messages? Just post on the video so other people can read what you say to me and I don't have to explain it to people. Anyway, I mean, do what you want, but it would be a lot easier. The latest comment he put on, or some of the comments that he's put on my thing here. By the way, I'm a black man. Why does this man want me to talk to a Nazi? I did not say Kay Morgan was a Nazi, nor did I assign him any beliefs based on his skin color. Don't put an apostrophe on a... that's one of my pet peeves, man. People put an apostrophe on a plural word. There's no need for an apostrophe. You did assign beliefs to me based on this statement that you sent to me that I'm going to read. You said... I'm going to pick it up in the middle of the around whites because y'all got the better of everything. I like living around white folk. Y'all have wealth and keep order and cleanliness in your communities, which again is a result of wealth and power. But the mindset on the right that y'all hold is still of issue. So you keep using y'all, y'all, y'all as if all the white people are the same regardless of class. I've mentioned to you that I grew up in a family that wasn't exactly rich. I would say that we were almost poor. So you could say y'all, 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 and think that because you see these white people out there that are rich and have all this stuff, that every white person is like that, or that most white people are like that. That's assigning certain things to me because of my race, which is ridiculous. Now, you can argue that you're not, that you're saying, well, you use all this nonsense stuff again that you've either learned in some class or read about, and then you want me to read about. And I told you, I mean, I've told you several times that I've seen this stuff, I've read this stuff many times over the years, yet you keep sending me this nonsense to me, telling me to read this and watch this, and then you have the audacity to send it to me and say, here's a white guy saying it, maybe you can better relate to him. Do you know how bigoted that is, dude? You are a bigot in a way. You might be surprised to know that because you've been conditioned and you've been taught that the white people are the bigots. But for you to send me something and say, here's a white guy saying it, maybe now you can understand or better relate just because the guy is white. That is the essence of being a bigot, in my opinion. But I think it's because you're a little naive. It's not because you're a blatant bigot. It's just because it's the way you've been conditioned. You've swallowed all this collective bullshit that you've been taught your whole life or whenever. I don't know how long you've been taught this. But you said, why should I want you to talk to a Nazi? Because you said it yourself that I should open up my mind. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you did say that try to listen to other people's viewpoints, or I should go and find the comments. If you'd like me to look it up, I will. But you basically said that don't just take one way, look at other people and try to understand other people's viewpoints. So all I'm doing by the Nazi thing is saying, and I noticed the Nazi didn't show up because he's probably a coward and he's not going to show up. At least I give you credit for that. At least you'll come and watch this stuff and comment on it. But just because somebody has a point of view doesn't mean that we should weigh it. If we know the Nazi mentality, I've known how these frickin' white supremacists think. There's no reason for me to listen one more time to their frickin' point of view. Just like it's no reason for me to listen to these frickin' white privilege frickin' idiots one more time. So, you also said, how come you don't mention the mother of my child is white? Why do I have to tell your life story? Get on and make a video yourself. Oh, you had a frickin' child with a white woman. You're a frickin' absolute humanitarian, dude. What am I supposed to say to that? Oh, great. Did you marry the woman? I don't know. Not judging, but, and then you said, and And how you feel about Korea is not bad. That's just how you feel. But you said something that it was like it was freaking... When I said I'm not particularly infatuated with Koreans or whatever it was that I said, you took freaking outrage at that. You were like, I can't believe you would say that, or something along those lines. Which, you know, they're just other people. So then Mr. Hubbard here send me... I got all these tabs open. He sent me this thing. Did you know blacks get turned away from English as a second language jobs in Korea and other places because of race? They often want a white teacher. And if you don't believe me, I got an email to prove it to you. I do believe you, in fact. It's called discrimination, Mr. Hubbard. It's called discrimination. And if you remember, the reason that you ran across me in the first place is because of discrimination. A video that I made about a company that discriminated against white people, white women and men, actually, because it was the Women of Color Award. They're rewarding somebody and offering a reward as a private company, which they have, in my opinion, they have the right to do that. I never said they didn't have the right to do it, but they discriminate against white women and men when they're handing out this award. It's a private company that does this. Just the same exact way that whoever the ESL, I don't know if it's a government agency or a private agency, but it's outside of Korea, you know, whatever they play by their... Is it right that they discriminate against you if you're able to speak English just as well as someone else? No, it's not. It's not, in my opinion. Do they have the right to do that? I suppose they do. But it's discrimination the same way as the company is discriminating against the white women and the other men. Now, I'm consistent in those viewpoints. I say it's wrong, but they have the right to do it. But it's wrong because it's discrimination. I say that the Women of Color Award is wrong because they're discriminating. I say the people that won't give you a job because you're black, they're discriminating. That's wrong too. You, on the other hand, have a double standard, see? You think it's wrong because it's you that's being discriminated against in one case, but you don't have any problem at all with the Women of Color Award because it's only discriminating against whites and men, actually. But to you, in your world, in your sick and twisted white privilege nonsense bullshit, collegiate frickin' whatever it is that you've learned, discrimination is okay if it's so long as it's against white people. If I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong, because you did say, and you start using the excuses that you've been conditioned to respond with by these same freaking people that preach this nonsense, see? It's discrimination. I'm consistent. I don't think discrimination should happen. But companies that, I mean, should I have to have friends that are Muslim? I discriminate because I don't have any Muslim friends. Can people discriminate in their own lives? Sure. Can companies? Sure. Should governments? Probably not. No. But I'm consistent again. Hubbard, you're not. So I'll put that one out there and we'll see how you respond. Talk to you later. Now I got to turn the damn thing off. There we go. There was a pop-up.